Hey, Hove KB, how are ya? How's it going, mate? Can you? Nothing much. Just trying to get back into the groove. You know, I mean, I've been pretty much gone for 45 days. I've been on holidays, so just trying to catch up. You know, how's everything on your world? Fan go brr. Shit. Is it a bit loud? Or how's my audio, by the way? Hi Sky, how are you? Okay, waiting for a few boards to come in. What are you waiting for? Lower mic sensitivity slightly. Let's have a look. Sorry, I must warn you guys again, I'm not really a professional streamer. I only stream for you guys. Only for you guys. Oop, who's this guy? Festive, not. Kick? How do we kick him? Holy shit. Maybe because I allowed first time chats. Anyway, just disregard him. Let's have a look. Audio. Desktop audio. Mic. Okay. Mic, where are you? How's that? Is that better? There you go. Ban. I didn't know I got the power to do that. That's so cool. That was pretty awesome. F1-8X Salvation. Yeah, I've heard about Salvation. What's this? Salvation round 2 or Freebird TKL? Yep, I heard about that. Amano. I haven't heard about that. And Titan 60. Yeah, I've heard about the Titan 65. So Salvation, you mean Salvation like the first Salvation, like round 1, or is there like round 2? Round 1. Are you serious? It's February 2023. I thought Salvation was like, that was like when I was doing RAR. Holy shit. If I'm not mistaken, let's have a quick look. I'm pretty sure Salvation was 2021-ish. When did they launch that shit? Where can I find a date? Q1 2023 is what's saying, so I might be wrong then. When did they start this? But I'm pretty sure I had a chat with Alex. I mean, Alex was doing a build of the RAR, and this guy Salvin was like on the background just promoting the Salvation. So I thought it was pretty much during the RAR time. So November, there you go, November 2021, yeah. Cause when did we fulfill the RAR? 2022. Yep. So it ran November 2021, and then we launched the RAR around April, I think, April of 2022, and then we completed the RAR December 2022. Anyway, it is what it is. I mean, I'm experiencing the same shit. This the sad part is that obviously there's things that we don't have any control with. You know, like we've completed production like around December, which is like on the 6 months mark, but unfortunately that December kicked us into Chinese New Year, and Chinese New Year is pretty much, there you go, yes, you're right, Sky. Once you hit Chinese New Year, it's like the biggest, what do you call this? That's like the biggest hurdle. It's like everything's closed. Yeah, I know what you're saying, because we have like Christmas break is already like slow, right? Everything's slow with Christmas break. And then all of a sudden the following month, just when you're recovering, you've got Chinese New Year, and for China that's massive. Like literally they stop. Just forget about money, forget about anything. We're gonna stop. It's New Year. So well, I hope you guys have done productive things during the Christmas break. Maybe some of you guys have been wondering why I've been quite, silent. You know, I normally do streams every now and then just to, have a chat with you guys. And this is my way of connecting with you guys. So that's why I stream. I'm not really a professional streamer. So if you guys are going to expect something like a Alex Sotos or Teja, then again, I'm going to warn you all. I'm not really that streaming kind of thing. I even struggled. Like it took me about 45 minutes just to set up the cameras, because I brought one of the cameras to my holiday. Alright, Chinese New Year should be like midsummer. Yep, I totally agree with you, Sky. I've just been waiting on boards. How do I get rid of this first time shit chat? Anyway, let's have a look. Let's manage moderation settings. Anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to sort out this protection. I've never experienced all these kind of shit before. Anyway, let's go ahead with that. Might have done something. Cool. Well, let's try that again. What are you waiting on, Sky? Which boards are you waiting on? Oh shit, did I do something wrong? Looks like I might have banned everyone. Let's have a quick look again. Moderation settings. How's that? Doo-doo. GHS.JEM. Well, in all honesty, I reckon, so right now, we've passed the production phase, so we're on the logistics side of things. If I base it as per the RAR, so what happened with the RAR is we actually finished production a month earlier. So if we started the group by in April, May, June, July, August, September. We've completed the RAR around September, and then logistics took at least, so from the time it was picked up, they picked it up right away, like after a week or two they picked it up, so let's say around first week of October, but it didn't get shipped. It didn't get into the actual ship, or it took about at least 3 weeks or something to find the vessel for it. So once I get the information of the vessel number, which I share to everyone, no, they haven't moved yet, because I haven't received a vessel yet. And once I receive a vessel, that's when we can actually track. Like there's you can like Google and put the vessel number in there, and you can see where it's sitting at. But anyway, coming back from the RAR point of view, it took them literally around 2 months from China to Perth. That was the time frame. So that's why we fulfilled the RAR around December. So the RAR took around 8 months to complete. But once it's arrived Perth, it was pretty straightforward. So once the boat leaves China, it will stop by Singapore, and from Singapore it will transfer to a new boat, and then that boat will be going to Perth. Sorry, will there be a GHS.JEM extras? There will definitely be extras. It just depends on. So what we've done with the RAR is that for example, there were 200. There were like 150 units or 100 units, for example. We ordered X amount of units just to be able to compensate and make sure that the group buy units are 100%. So I was basically, so what I've done now is that all the bits and pieces, like your PCBs, your plates, the smaller items, I already have them. So I've completed testing them. Like the PCBs have all been tested. They've all been packed now, lined up by order number. So once the cases come in, I will just go, and they're all labeled already as per order number. Get it? It would normally start with the special edition because they're the first ones to order, and that's the perk of having that special edition thing. So they're the first ones to go out. Come in, open the case, have a look, QC the case, blah blah blah. Once it's QC'd, put it in the box, put all the bits and pieces in it, package it up, done, ready for shipment. And then most of you guys are using DHL, I would assume, because that's pretty much the only option during that time. So DHL would normally pick it up the next day. So if I do it now, they always pick it up the next day. They don't pick up within the day, but once they pick it up, it would take them roughly from 3 to 5 days, regardless wherever you are in the world. Like, I've shipped RAR to Ukraine, I've shipped the RAR to Greece, to Guam, to a freaking island in the middle of the Mediterranean or something like that. And it normally takes 3 to 5 days, I would say, for DHL Express, because we use Express. That's why you're paying that quality money for it to actually get into your hands. So if there are less issues with the QC, so if I find some issue, there are extras that are labeled as per extras and as per composition. Like let's say it's Azul with gold brass weight or whatsoever. I open that up, have a look at it. It's a stock, swap it over with the group buy so that I make sure that the group buy units are all 100%. Once all the group buy units are out, that's when we start labeling the extras. So the less issues with the main group buy, obviously the more quality extras that we can organize for you guys, for those who missed out. But again, unfortunately, as much as I keep reiterating this whenever we do a group buy, we try to, me personally, I'm for the hobby. I'm not really, even the guys that the group that I'm with, the GHS guys, Ron and Ramon, we have so much aspirations and designs that we want to make, and at the same time we want to make it in a sense as more of a collection kind of thing. We want to add some sort of like value into it, in a sense that, hey, I've got a GHS RAR, like this guy here, it's never gonna happen again. So we're not gonna be rerunning anything. So even the special edition colors, we're not gonna do them again. So there's never gonna be a Scarlet, and unless the product is directly related to the product, like the XLS. So that's the last time we're gonna be using the Scarlet. Now, for the gem, I think the Jade, so we're never gonna use that again. I'll be sending out photos of the Jade and the copper weight, and it really turned out so good. Like, I'm not even having goosebumps at the moment, but I'm waiting for a Jade unit. So every group buy, Ron, Ramon, and myself, we have one unit each. Was there a bad seed? Sorry, let's have a read again. Missed out on the RAR since I wasn't in the hobby and I will forever be sad. I'm very sorry, quality scrub. The only thing I can say is probably most likely there will be an RAR light. So just like the SXT light, there will be a RAR light version. So it's redesigned. Where's my? Let me just grab the SXT. So that's the SXT light. So we're still able to maintain the aesthetic. It's not really that obvious with the PC, probably. Still got the slope, you still got the sides, the seams, but it's a redesigned weight in a sense, because there's no way we are going to be able to chuck in a full brass weight for a PC case to hold. Yes, the SXT Lite is the plan after the GEM. Unfortunately, we are trying to work our way out with the SXT. We've realized that with a few number of new recent switches, we are not really personally happy with how the SXT sounds, in a sense. I mean, the PC case that I tested, I'm quite happy with it. The only problem is that I didn't test the aluminum ones, assuming that they were the same. So what I've done is I've sent them out while I went on holiday, and I wasn't quite happy with the videos, the sounds and stuff. So we are now trying to do some tests and see how we can improve the sound of the SXT Lite. All right, where are we? Organize. Cheers, Jaren. Damn, so I'll get my gem lost. Well, Sky, put it this way. Once I get the units, the RAR was 200 units. And there were about 150, I guess, for the GB, or 140. And I completed dispatching them in 3 days. And I was moving houses back then. So it was a very hectic December for me. But now I think I'm much prepared at the moment. So like I said, I've got everything pretty much organized. I'm quite confident this time. I reckon I'll smash it in less than 3 days. Alright, well, I wish I could get a Jade. Was there a Bad Seed Tech review of the RAR or GEM? No, there wasn't. So Bad Seed Tech has a GEM unit. It's a prototype. Actually, what happened was that I'm a huge fan of Bad Seed Tech. Like, just, growing up and not growing up, like over the past few years, whenever I want anything related to computer peripherals like mouse or whatsoever, I jump on his YouTube and I have a look, what he reckons or how he reviews the products. And when I started Gun Hacking Studio, like, he followed us in Instagram, and I was like over the moon, like, shit, it's Bad Seed Tech. So I was like, holy cow. So I had to message him, like, hey, I told him I'm a huge fan. This was pre-RAR, like literally it's like RAR prototype V1. And he responded, and we had a chat, and I said, look, I'm a huge fan. Can you let me design a keyboard for you? Like, I'll design a keyboard for you on me. Just let me know how you want it. And at the moment we got the RAR, I can tweak it for you. Like, I even added this chat room in Discord, in Gone Hacking Studio Discord, just for Bad Seed Tech. But unfortunately, he probably was so busy, and he never really, we never really locked the project in. And months went by, RAR grew by, became live, and we completed RAR. Bottom of the story, we completed RAR, and then came GEM, and we kind of like reconnected again. And he like messaged me, man, your GHS.JEM looks so good, blah blah blah. And I said, well, I've got a prototype. So basically, whenever we get a prototype, we split it amongst the three of us, Ron, Ramon, and myself. In that way, we know where the prototypes go. We and they are our personal keyboards. So I said, well, I still owe you an RAR. Let me gift you my GHS.JEM prototype. And yeah, he took it. He sent it to Need Deep Patina to have the weight worked out, because he really wanted a teal gray kind of keyboard. That was initially what the plan was for the RAR. And he actually, because of him, we had to redesign, not basically because of him, but in a sense, when we were talking about how he wanted the RAR, he wanted a gray, dark gray with teal color. And the first RAR, the first initial plan for the RAR was that the weight was gonna be hidden, like it's gonna be sitting inside, like just ignore my shorts, because it's summer over here, it's a bit hot. My headphones, no, and the RAR is so heavy. Ow. Anyway, this is the first generation RAR prototype. This is the very first prototype. So look at the weight. It's not really, you can't really see it. It's like hidden there. And compared to the weight now, you can see a glimpse of that brass or whatever it is. Good shorts. Hey, it does the job. Don't judge me. It's very hot at the moment. It's like probably around 30. Not sure. I'm actually sweating with the AC on. Anyway, so yeah, that's the story with Bad Seed Tech. So now I don't know if he did a review of the GEM personally. After that, I whenever we send units out to people, I personally don't really ask them for content. It's more of, I just wanted to, why streamers, especially particularly in keyboards, because they have so much information about keyboards. Like they review keyboards left, right, and center. So if they tell me something about the keyboard, about the GEM or the RAR, we listen. We listen. We try to improve, and that's the whole point of it. The least we can do is send them the unit, pay for the expenses, the airfare and stuff like that, the logistics. And in return, we expect as well that, they don't charge us, because sadly, most of the streamers out there, they'll be asking for something, but unfortunately, the whole point is that, all right, put it this way, they are content creators, they have content already, they make money out of their content, or sponsorships or whatever. But if you're reviewing a product, let's say a washing machine or headphones or whatsoever, if I'm paying you to review a product and you tell the people that my product is shit, And yeah, not all streamers make money, but some, some ask for, let's say, like, all right, classic is Alexodos. Like Alexodos, the only thing he asked me for is to send him the bits and pieces, the stabs or whatsoever, so he doesn't have to tear it all down apart. Totally understandable because he's a very busy person. Subscribe on his channel, and you feel good about that. In a return, like subbed and put in like whatever they call it, the donations in Twitch and stuff like that. And for me personally, if I'm gonna ask someone, like I've got guys, like for example, there's this vacuum wars in YouTube that I always go to for vacuums. And if this guy is getting paid by, say, Ecovacs or whatsoever to do positive reviews for his vacuum, I'll be so fucking pissed. And then I end up buying this vacuum and it's actually shit. But that's just me. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of streamers out there that are, like Dutch, for example, never asked a penny. And how I met Dutch was, it was so funny because he just asked me about how the RAR was going, because he actually won a special edition raffle. And I didn't even have a clue about this guy, that he streams and stuff. Yeah, that's it. And it's just sad because obviously the bigger streaming community and it's streaming, social media is very powerful because it can actually what's the term? It can I got the word on top of my tongue. It's they can actually control you in a sense, or like forget the word. Anyway, it will come back to me. Sometimes when you keep on thinking about that word, influence, there you go, they're fucking influencers, that's it. Sorry guys, I swear a lot. Hopefully Twitch doesn't ban me. Gion, for example, oh my god, he is absolutely hands down a genuine bloke. That's someone who just loves, loves the hobby. He explains everything, his products are very, very interesting, very it's new, it's fresh, always good guy, very good guy as well, even yeah, exactly. And that's the same thing that we are trying to do, that we actually tried to do with the JEM, because with the RAR I personally had no choice, because look, we are just nobodies really, we love the hobby, we love the community, we love keyboards, and we said, look, there's something wrong with the keyboard thing, especially during that time when Rama was like, I bought a keyboard and I had to, anyway, I'm not gonna elaborate anyway with Rama, but anyway, drama. Come on, it's sad because, to be honest, there were two designers that I really looked up to when I started going hacking studio. It was Keycult and Rama. Rama for me had the best marketing. They were spot on. They spent money on marketing, unless he was just so good at it, which is a huge benefit. He was so good at it. Packaging, everything, the special attention to detail makes the product better, or but again, I'm not gonna talk about Rama anymore. But anyway, I'm actually quite shaking at the moment. I think this is the biggest number of viewers I've had. How many do we have? Is there a way I can have a look? Who's viewing? Sorry, I'm not really Twitch or OBS savvy at the moment. Thank you so much, Goran. Gioren, thank you so much. Angry Meow, yes, but I think they're alright. Sadly, I haven't really touched any other keyboard since Gone Hacking started, and that was the main thing that Gone Hacking came to life as well, is that answer for myself that, hey, what is my end game? And ever since, I'm probably content. Gotta love your own, right? Anyway, going back to the update. So that's pretty much the story with the GEM. Sadly, we are on the logistics side of things now. So it's something that there are few things to keep in mind. Perth is not really, to begin with, a hub. It's not like Singapore, it's not like Melbourne or Sydney that you get. Put it this way, think about major cities in the world. You got Paris, New York, LA, or whatsoever. They got this really nice logistics system. The train is every minute or few minutes you get a train. Paris is like every 5 minutes or 4 minutes you get a train to that certain line. But with Perth, sadly, I love to think that it's that thing, because I had a chat with, I bought furniture a few months ago, and I had to wait for my furniture for about 8 months because it came from China and logistics was just bad. But that was like 2022, mid 2022. So probably pandemic is still there whatsoever. I don't know. Sadly, these are things that we don't really have an control with. Anyway, I'll go back reading. Where are we now? Makes the product more desirable for sure. Oh, you're doing great, thank you. Angry Meow. Yep, on the bottom of OBS you can turn it on. The bottom of OBS you can turn it on. Anyway, boards are supposed to be over the top though. I don't take money, so if you're looking for another streamer, let me know. Yeah, no worries at all, man. I'm always down. What we've done right now is, like I said, with the SXT, so we had 3 prototypes, and I'm expecting a few more to come in. Especially, the good thing right now is that we've sent both prototypes out. So I've got one with Dutch at the moment, which I will have a chat with him if we can play around with it. We're gonna do some tweaks. He's done some sort of I think he applied some foam on the bottom, because we're not really totally 100% with the sound of itself. So we're gonna do some tests, see if we can do any revisions. Until we're quite happy with it, we're gonna keep on doing revisions on our end. And then we sent one to Indonesia. So it's what I'm trying to do at the moment is that with the GHS.JEM, we had a limited number of prototypes, and there were people that I had a chat with that I'll be sending them a prototype, but we ended up not having enough time. So I'm just trying to go back to those people that I owe them with. So just sending them, putting them in line, and then obviously there's a few people down the line, and I'm always happy, and always, you guys that keep streaming, be real, keep doing what you're doing, and you guys actually help not just us vendors, but mostly these guys who love the hobby. Like, there's still a lot of people out there who don't know about the hobby, and the community is just 100% the best community ever. Quality scrub is RAR light after SXT. I'm pretty sure after the SXT we will be launching I think we're gonna be launching a new design. I can't really discuss anything about it yet. I think it's gonna be either a 75% or it's gonna be a Alice, or not an Alice, sorry, what was the term? Yeah, an Alice, something like that, but different. Metal artisans for like, you reckon, like keycap, the keycap artisan. Yeah, we actually had well, if that's what you mean, like keycap artisan, we actually had a few designs before. Yeah, we just didn't get a chance to get them prototyped in a sense. But yeah, we can definitely go back. I reckon the logo is pretty neat. It's actually been designed by Ramon's girlfriend back then, and they're now actually engaged. So it's a very special touch to the brand. Thank you so much, Hov. Thank you so much. Rick, well, appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. Yeah, I should. I promise. Like, I started watching streams. Like, I normally watch Alex's. I watch Dutch. I try to watch a few Indonesian guys. There's like a Malaysian guys as well. And it's good. It's good that everything's being diverse in a sense. It's amazing how technology actually, like, kind of links us all together in a sense. Like, that's why I had to, like, invest on this, like, have a camera, have a lens, have a mic, and I just had to, it's the only way that I'm gonna be able to talk to you guys. And don't get me wrong, I love these kind of chats. There's no other people in my household that, I can't just walk to my wife and say, hey, have you heard about the F2-X or whatsoever? But she'd be like, just, what? It's a keyboard. Nah, just kidding. She's not gonna slap me or anything. She's just gonna be like, keyboard again? Now, actually, she's been really good. She's been very helpful. Like, with the RAR, she actually packs the boxes. So after I stack them all up, she does the finishing, tape them all up together and leave them there. So it's a two-man team in a sense. What else do I have? So that's for the GHS.JEM. Realistically, I reckon the GHS.JEM at this stage, March. We would hopefully see it by March. Again, once I've received it, trust me, it would take me probably 2 to 3 days tops, and I can easily send them all out. Once I've sent everything out, it would take probably a week or two, just so that we make sure that everyone's happy with their units. There's nothing that we need to compensate. That's when we start releasing the extras. We will be announcing it on our socials, and it would most likely be via raffle. So pretty much the same thing as what we've done with the RAR, and but this time with a much quicker time frame, so that people down the line doesn't really have to wait, like, you know. And then we would be going after the A stock. It will be a B stock as well. Same thing. It's gonna be via raffle. Sadly, the only problem with the extras, obviously, they're all pre-configured. So let's say you might let's say there's only about, yeah, it's gonna be about in a Google form. So we release a link on our website. You just hit the link, put in the details. We try to keep it simple. What I do though is that I cross-check addresses, I cross-check emails of the winners. So first and foremost, you need to have a GHS account, obviously, in order to join the raffle. If it's something, the address, shipping address is something related to somewhere close to where we've sent one before or within that same household, then obviously you can't, we just send you an email and say, look, we believe that it's been a double up, that you've already owned a this and that, and yep. The gem was the only raffle. I know the feeling, man. I mean, I never owned or won a key cult ever, to the point that I gave up. Yes, if you have a gem, you can't double up. Sorry. You gotta give chance to others, man. Come on. Remember when Casey made keyboards? Yeah, I never won a single key cult ever. Even the freaking what do you call this, wrist rest, I've I've never won one. Singa, I won. Lin, Dolphin, I won. All the other bits I won. It's just the freaking key cult. And yeah, it's I just gave up. I just thought that key cult, for me right now, to make myself feel good, I just think to myself and say, look, nah, I'm never gonna join key cult ever, because they're all rigged. That's just me making myself feel good. So I don't care. Yeah, key cults, like I said before, they were the two. Sorry, it's so heavy that my table is shaking whenever I move the freaking thing. Yeah, it's quite interesting one. Anyway, so that's the gem. RAR, well, we still got all the parts and bits and pieces in stock. Same thing with the gem. We will try to keep all the accessories in stock. So PCBs, we're gonna keep them at least, and how do we do it? Whenever we order for a new board, we try to bundle it in so that we can at least save X amount of money and cost. There's always a way. And I don't see the point of having keyboard out there and that you can't get a PCB for, especially a PCB. Plate, yep, maybe. But PCB, nah. I've experienced it. I've destroyed a few PCBs, and then next thing you know, you can't get a PCB anymore. I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this thing? It's just a paperweight. No, thank you, Jaren. So yep, that's for the RAR. All the accessories are pretty much in stock. So if you guys need one, just jump on the website. They're pretty much there. I think someone had been asking about why is the shipping cost quite dear for this stuff. I've realized that there's two things. So there's the first one is that packaging. I think it's calculating the packaging, the size of the packaging as per one. You can only put one at the moment in Shopify. You can only put one packaging dimension. So it calculates on that. I've been messaging Shopify at the moment, just coming up with a solution for it. And hopefully they get back to me, and if that's something, because obviously we got, which is the next one's the NBD desk mats. So the NBD desk mats are going to be available with Dan Keebs for the NA people. Yeah, e-com sites, man. I mean, that's how they make money, I reckon. It's just like at the moment, Shopify, in order for me to have DHL linked to Shopify, I have to like pay for this third party app. And it's crazy. Like everything just adds up. It is what it is, I mean, at the end of the day, if you total everything up, I think of it as a conventional, not a conventional, but a new way of having, of empowerment for online business owners like me, in a sense, I think we're past that era where everybody goes to the shopping mall and, you just need, whenever you need to buy something, you go to the shops. And like now, it's just, everything's online. And this it gives that chance for small bespoke, especially niche bespoke brands to excel in their own way, but again, we don't really look at GHS as a business in a sense. It's still a hobby. It's been a very fun hobby experience for us. I mean, if we're a business, then definitely everything's gonna have round 2s, round 3s, round 4s, or whatsoever. But what's the point? I mean, there's so many designs out there. We've got pretty much 8 designs already lined up. And why? Why do a round 2? Hey, Sam, there he is. Everyone, that's Sam. So if ever you guys get a faulty PCB, you blame him. So anyway, back onto the update. NBD. So the NBD desk mats, there's Dan Keeps already got his, but obviously still on logistics side of things. So I'm hoping it's in a boat or whatsoever. A few is gonna be available via Hobby Dynamics in the Philippines. So there's a few again. Hopefully it's on its way to the Philippines. I reckon he's gonna be the quickest one to see it. I reckon it's probably cheaper. The main problem with logistics with GHS is that we are a new brand, and how logistics works. Okay, how I've realized logistics works. DHL, for example. So we get a contract with DHL. They give us a X amount of pricing for X amount of package or weight or whatsoever. How it works is that the more you use them, the more discounts you get later on. But since we are more of a our own we're not really a store, so it's more of the only product that we technically launched is the RAR. compared to, let's say, Dan Gibbs, who does volume stuff. So he keeps sending out, he's a store, you know, you get how many stuff goes out from him. And so the more cheaper it gets as well. And then the second factor is that I'm from Perth, Western Australia, which is in the middle of nowhere. We are actually the most isolated city in the whole world. But doesn't mean that we're not beautiful though. We are hands down the best city, I reckon. Especially when I was away. I was actually in Europe since the 12th of December until, that's why, I mean, I wasn't able to stream and I wasn't really like active in social media and bits and pieces because I was on a holiday trip that was pretty much pre-planned prior to the pandemic. So cut the story short is that back in 2019, before the pandemic actually kicked in around December 2018, was it December 20? No, December of 2019, yeah. My mother-in-law pretty much planned for a trip to Rome for the whole family, and that's for her like 70th or something like that. So we were gonna be in Rome for 2 weeks and this and that, and COVID kicked in and everything down the bin. Now that everything opened up, all those locked-in dates, you know, accommodation, airfare, came back to life, and we were like, okay, let's do that. I said to myself, we're already there, we get free accommodation, we know we're going to Rome for a few weeks, that's pretty much free accommodation, free airfare, and obviously food. Why not we go in earlier? And that's a perfect timing because it's my daughter's summer break, so it's actually opposite, right? I mean, the US, whenever it's summer for the US or anywhere in the world, it's actually winter for Australia. When it's winter for you guys, it's actually summer for us, which is weird, I know. So it's my daughter's summer break. So she has this big, massive, like a month or something like that, school holiday. So we said, all right, let's fly in early, meet them in Rome, do a few cities, and then head home later. It's my first time for Europe, and I think the biggest blow was obviously the airfare was cheap. I mean, was free. So I said, yeah, why not? Let's do it. And man, I mean, Europe is amazing in a sense. It's Rome, for instance. You know, you walk every corner. It's like history everywhere. Like the cab driver was saying, every building is part of history, and he's right. It's sadly, that's the only downside with Australia, is that there's not much history. I mean, yeah, there is history. You got the Aboriginals, but the British were actually quite cruel enough to just pretty much wipe them out, you know, or didn't even get anything from their traditions or cultures. Like, there is, but don't get me wrong, there is. They try to bring it out, you know, streets are named after their language, but nothing, it's not really there. And again, another thing is that European countries, there's like so many wars, so many influences, like people conquering this and that. Australia, there's none. It's just the British came in and that's it. Nothing, sadly. But anyway, that's for the Euro trip. So we're back in the helm, back again. Where are we? So NBD, that's the NBD. Hopefully we are gonna be expecting the NBD to be in Perth around end of February. Fingers crossed. Or early March. Now, XLS. XLS, I reckon, should be completed by the end of the month, apparently. So we might actually, who knows, we might actually see a back-to-back completion of GEM and then followed by the XLS in like a few weeks interval. Again, there should be a few extras for the XLS, although that's not really gonna be that much, because we didn't really get that much extras for the XLS. It's just like enough to have like a backup plan for making sure that all the units are pretty much pristine for the XLS. So that's gonna kick in shortly, and then the SXT. So this guy here, we're gonna be doing a little bit of science project with it again, see how it goes with a few tweaks. The design works, we're just not really quite confident with the sound as per the last two feedback that we have, and that's the beauty of having streamers, pretty much, because we get feedback from you guys and we listen. We try to listen. Not try, actually, we do listen. And then back to square one again. Time to pick one of the designs that are in the line. I don't know. What do you reckon, Sam? What do you reckon? Should we launch the curve, or do we go for the Arisu? There it is. Arisu. There you go, guys. Arisu first. TKL when? Crickets. Good question. I'm so down for a TKL. Full size. Oh. That's gonna be... Oh man. Imagine the logistics for that. I reckon the TKL would be around 6 to 7 kilos. Easy. Full size would probably be around 10 kilos. Oh, no. No full size. No full size. TKL, yes. I'm so keen for a TKL. Well, the RAR is about almost 5 actually built. Like it's 4.5 kilos, the RAR. So the TKL would roughly be around 6. I'd say 6 to... I should buy a 7 kilo TKL. Put it this way, alright? Whenever I go to Perth keyboard meetups, and I would normally bring like 2 RARs and the JEM. So there was one time when I brought I took with me about 4 keyboards, 2 RARs, 2 GEMs. 5, because I brought a XLS 7, yeah, because there's 2 XLS. And I struggled. I literally struggled carrying the bloody thing. Like I need a Rimowa or something. Entire hand luggage. Yeah, pretty much. It was so heavy. Like I was carrying it stacked together. I realized, shit, this is like carrying like 20 kilo, like a 20 kilo weight. Hey, good morning. Neo Treno, how are ya? Yeah, nah, it's TKL probably. We can probably get away with a TKL. But full size, no way. I reckon no way we're gonna do that. Yes, definitely. GHS.JEM. So, like I said, we pretty much completed. We're done past the production phase. Now it's everything's in the hands of our logistics side of things. So I'm just currently waiting. It's been all confirmed that it's already been picked up. So I'm just waiting for confirmation on the vessel details. So like the RAR, we received like a vessel number, and that's our way of like tracking it, so we can see if it's actually left China or wherever it is. And and then from there, once that vessel leaves China, it stops by Singapore, and then from Singapore it's gonna be heading to Perth. And then once I get it, it would normally take, all right, put it this way, like customs here in Perth is pretty straightforward. Like I'd say 2 days since the RAR arrived. If the RAR arrived today, it's been delivered to me in like 2 days tops. And then once I receive them, it would take me roughly around 3 days to completely dispatch everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the GEM. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that we don't really have any control with. Obviously, unless, I mean, we all know for a fact that sea freights are pretty long. That's the perks of paying for it. But if it was DHL, then obviously I would tell you guys that not in 5 days it's here, 3 to 5 days. But unfortunately, it's not feasible enough to use air freight, because obviously it pumps all the costing and everything. Is just too expensive. So just a little bit more patience. We're pretty much down the final bits and pieces. Yeah, imagine paying for airfare for it. It's hundreds of thousands, easy. I think the GEM is about 3 kilos something, 3 point, something. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, assuming that everyone's especially overseas, that you guys opted for DHL Express. So with DHL Express, once I've dispatched them, once you get that tracking, you'd be surprised. I reckon you will receive them in 3 to 5 days. Then that's anywhere in the world. They're pretty good. I've never had any issues with DHL. The only issue I had was Australia Post. There was one RAR. There was one guy from Korea who actually bought a Scarlet of the extras, and he opted to send it to his to a forwarding company within Australia. And guess what? Australia Post lost a Scarlet RAR. Cheers, Jaron. Have a good one. Have fun at work. Stay safe, and thank you so much for your time. Yep, Australia Post lost a Scarlet RAR. Like, I'm like, of all things, seriously, how the hell can you lose a keyboard? So there's gonna be someone there in Australia Post. I reckon at the moment, being realistic, March. It would definitely be around March. And again, just with the logistics side of things, just basing it with my RAR experience, I'd say, yeah, I try to always put that extra with giving out, because I mean, it's, for me, the worst part about doing this, Gone Hacking Studio and everything, is one is obviously taking your money. You guys are actually trusting us with your hard-earned money for a product that you have to wait for. That's how crazy and intense it is. And that's where we try to step in, because we believe that there are a lot of people within the community that take for granted that fact, that concept of a group buy, without one, providing details, two, doing everything on a spreadsheet, not even that sort of professionalism. That's the whole thing, that's the whole point. That's why we said, hey, maybe we can do it better, in a sense. Like, we may not have the best keyboards, everything's subject to everyone's preference, but at least we can do this. We can have a chat with you guys, we can have some sort of a platform, we can maintain this, we can do that, and that's the least we can do. And as a consumer myself, I've joined so many group buys, and that's the least I can ask for, to know what's happening. Because if you know what's happening, you have that sense of confidence, in a sense that, yep, all right, cool. All right, where are we? No, I mean, that's another thing though. You don't have. That's See, you really appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much. But again, it's something that has to be a norm. Like, we hear people saying, yeah, no, the communication will be really good. You guys have been doing. Thank you so much. You don't even need to thank us, because I mean, that's the least we can do. Like, it's not rocket science. Yeah, fair enough. Sometimes we get busy and stuff. I was away since 12th of December until I actually got back in about 4th of February, 2nd of February, and jet lag and everything took me a few days, and I just can't do anything, and the house was just full of spider webs, and I got the lawn just fucking mess. And so it took me a while to actually sit back down here, and I said to myself, nah, I need to sit down, and if you guys can look at my desk at the back, it's just all shit, but I mean, I don't care. It's I need to do this, and that's basically. And second is, until I still have your products, I'm pretty much still, I call it like a slave or something for you guys, because that's the group buy. That's how I look at the group buy. I am bound to actually complete it. But once I've completed it, done, dusted, if it's something in stock, then I have that more, flexibility whatsoever. I hope I'm not too busy with work when GHS.JEM arrives. I hope so as well, mate. I mean, these are those are the silver linings of what we do. Like seeing those so many builds of the RAR, so many content of the RAR and combinations. There was even one Scarlet that became like an Iron Man kind of concept, and I never actually thought about it until then. And just different builds, sounds. I'm like, oh shit, you can do that, and it's crazy. And I can't wait to actually see you guys work on your JEMs and see how crazy you guys, or how artistically crazy you guys can get. Well, that's good. Busy is good. The problem is when you're not busy, because that's time wasted. Well, unless you're not wasting time, obviously. And we all know that time is something that is infinitely valuable, because we can't buy it, we can't twist it, we can't go back in time. And yeah, I just want to type on it and take photos. Uh, it's I mean, put it this way: each and every combination that you guys picked or decided for is actually unique in its own way. You know, and another thing is that there's never gonna be a JEM again. So for that, I pretty much congratulate you guys and thank you for supporting us and believing in us. Like I said, I still can't, I mean, up until this day, I still can't imagine the amount of trust that we actually have for this hobby. It's insane. Insane. I wish I could get a second one. But we gotta give chance to others. And as you know, as for us, for even I can speak in behalf of Sam and Ron, I mean, that's the best thing we can see is you guys building those products and designs and using them. And you know, whenever we get people saying that, hey, the RAR was the, you know, I love my RAR, it's heartwarming. It makes everything, it makes the journey so much better. If all extras aren't sold, there is a chance. I would say so. Yes, maybe, but I hate to break it, but the extras are not really. There's not really much extras, and with the RAR, even our C stock. Why was it a C stock? I remember because there were two C stocks because the manufacturer forgot to put a protective film that he puts on the weight. So what happened is that it kind of like there were like all sort of marks or whatsoever on the weight, and we just straight away that's C stock sold. Even the last one I said I'm gonna keep it because for science, you know, I had it I had this guy that designed our desk mat to have a play with it, and he actually did this. I don't know if you guys can see it. So this is the last RAR Argent that was customized by June Hugger, which is a local artist that actually designed the NBD. The weight is actually with knee deep patina. He actually posted the weight on his Instagram. That's the weight of this guy. I don't know how he did it. It's like just freehand. I don't know what paint. I'm still testing it. Hopefully that, you know, the paint actually sticks. But he's done a lot of this, like on skateboards, surfboards, mouse. Yeah, I mean, he's an artist. So yeah, if you want to see the weight of this guy, it's actually posted on Knee Deep Patina's Instagram. I'm just gonna try to lower the light and see if we can see the print on this thing better. It's actually very nice. Like, I like it. There you go. That's better. So it's a silver on the bottom and the pink on the top, all the way through. One of one. And don't tell Sam. I'm keeping it. Just kidding. I'm keeping it. Once I get the weight, I'll most likely stream and just pretty much do a build for it. Oh, Sam, hi, how are you? Oh, the lilac. Yeah, it's over there. It doesn't have a weight as well, because I sent the weight. I sent the weight to Knee Deep. What else do I have? Nothing much really. Just waiting on the gem, because I don't have a gem at the moment. Sam does. How's your gem, Sam? Still there? Scuffed. Couldn't get a screw out. Serious? Oh no. No. Did you force a screw though? Because I remember the white one had an issue, right? Because remember it was one of those units that needed to be was that the one with the broken screw inside? Nah, I don't think so. I think, yeah, some of the threads. Was that the one that I accidentally left the screw inside? Remember I was trying to, or no? Ah! Sorry. Not my fault. I mean, yeah, my fault, but it was the manufacturer's fault because he fucked up the threads to begin with. Ah. Anyway, I've been pretty well. Thanks for asking, Sam. Europe was good. Changing the subject. Anyway, anyone else want to have a chat with me except for Sam? Sky, you there? You still there, buddy? Sky? Nah? Anyone else? New? Alright, I'm gonna be calling it off and shall call this a night. Well, as things are starting to get intense and escalating about the destroyed white blank gem, I, with all the power vested upon me, shall be calling this stream a day. Goodbye, everyone. Good night. Nah, just kidding. Anyway, anyone else? Anything else you guys want to have a chat with? Still got a few minutes before 12. I know most of you guys are from all over the world. Feel free, if you got any questions, shoot. As long as it has nothing to do with love. One question, yes. Gem, yes, you're getting Sky. RAR, I don't know. Yes, Neutrino. What is your question? Oh, yes. Well, yeah, I did answer that question a while ago. So basically, all our products, GHS RAR classic example, even if GB is done, dusted, we're never going to launch it again, we still ensure and make sure that we have X amount of accessories, plates, PCBs, pots available on our website. And as goes for the RAR, we do have X amount of PCBs, a few plates here and there. Still waiting on some of the PC plates, and yeah, we try to make sure that they're in stock for you guys. Hopefully until or while I'm still alive, I guess. Knock on wood. Any price idea on the SXT Lite? Unfortunately, it's still too early. But again, assuming that it's light, we hope and expect that it's way cheaper than what we have. But definitely going to be cheaper than the GEM, regardless. So we'll keep an eye on it. No, that's okay, man. I mean, appreciate you, appreciate you guys sticking around. I'll post a copy or a link to this stream on our Discord, and I'll definitely keep everyone updated. I can't wait. I mean, I personally can't wait for my GEM unit, and totally stoked. It's gonna be amazing, Can't wait to see you guys do those builds. Cool. So if there's no other questions, well then let's call it a day, and you guys stay safe. Till next time. Good night and good morning. Alright guys. Thanks. See ya. Yeah, good night for me. Thanks, Sam. Oh, Sam. This is what I was telling Ron. Because this is how the SXT was designed. So it's not really like a split 2 parts. It's actually a massive top with a small bottom piece. But yeah, I'm waiting for Dutch, so I'll get him to do the little science project for us. I mean, because this guy, for me, it sounds perfect. I don't have any issues with it. There's no pinging. Do you have any issues with it? Nah. But yeah, anyway, I'll touch base on our chat. Yeah, PC sounds okay. Like that's why I was quite confident. I just sent them out, but unfortunately, I should have tested them. I know, but I mean, that's the whole point. We get them to do their thing, and we can always still try to work our stuff. But yeah, as per Dutch, he did apply like a foam on the bottom, and significantly, played its part. So I'll ask him to cut the tabs, and we can see how it goes. All right. Well, see you guys, and thank you so much. Have a good night. Stay safe. Cheers. Have a good one. Bye bye.